Today, to do something a little different, I will be reviewing the book Paper Towns. This is my first book review ever, so please bear with me. Paper Towns, if you didn't know, is a book written by the fabulous author John Green. It is a young adult fiction book. It's actually one of the first books that I've actually read by John Green. The book follows the story of Quentin, better known as Q to his family and friends, and the mysterious Margot Roth Spiegelman. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Quentin and Margot are in their senior year, and it's the last few weeks of the year, and they're just waiting for graduation to come. They live in the suburbs of Orlando, so got some Central Florida going on here. While Quentin is the kind of kid who kind of has a routine and he actually enjoys being bored, Margot is pretty much iconic in her school. She's always doing these extravagant things. She goes out to parties. Sometimes she just leaves for a weekend. Nobody knows where she goes. And then she just comes back like nothing happened. The story opens on like a regular day of school in what Q describes as the longest day of his life. He describes his typical day at school, hanging out with his friends Ben and Radar by the band room, and pretty much just goes through what traditional high school is like, checking the clock every 5 seconds, that sort of thing. Side note, Q has pretty much been in love with Margot ever since he first knew her when he was like 4 years old. That night, Q finds Margot at his window. It's literally midnight, and Margot wants him to go help her with something. So basically they go running around Orlando all night, and she's taking revenge on a bunch of people at school. At the end of the night, she doesn't really say much. They go back home, and the next day at school, she's not there. A week later, she still isn't there, but Margot is known for leaving kind of a breadcrumb trail every time she disappears. And it seems like she left the trail and all these clues to find her for Q to discover. And then basically the book just goes along following all these clues that Margot left behind, and then it turns out that what everybody thought they knew about Margot is entirely different to who she really is. For me, this book was particularly refreshing because in the past year I've read mostly fantasy novels. So this kind of style of writing, anyway. One, I've never read John Green books before, and secondly, I haven't read anything in this genre in a very long time. I got to see Q go from this very, routine, no surprises, keeping it safe kind of kid, and turn into someone who isn't afraid to just step out of his comfort zone and leap into a pond of who knows what. The element of traveling that is present in this book was particularly enjoyable for me because I am a traveler.
Q's journey was not just a physical one, but a personal one as well.
Definitely a page turner. I highly recommend it. It's just so beautiful, literally. I'm trying to hold myself back from fangirling because it's like waiting for Sherlock, except I actually have everything. Definitely 5 stars. Thank you for watching and happy reading. End screen time. I'm gonna try this end screen thing. So this is actually a project I'm working on to get myself to read more because I used to be a huge bookworm, and in the past year I've read like 3 books. Terrible, I know. What I'm doing is every month I read a book I've never read before. At the end of the month, I review it. So my August book was obviously Paper Towns, and my September book came in the mail this morning. Bubble wrap! The Scarlet Letter. I figured it'd be a great book to expand my horizons in literature. Yeah. So, click on my face to subscribe, comment and like on this video, tell me how I'm doing, because feedback, it's good stuff. Click here to check out one of my previous videos where I discuss my cravings for countries. Thanks for watching.